Okay, lesson 15, Kriya. We have the third Kriya today. Chapter 2 of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika.
Is the mic on?
Thank you. Okay, lesson 15, Kriya. The third Kriya today, after learning Dauti and Vashti, we now have Neti, familiar to some of you, but surprisingly different from how you have learned to do it. Neti is described in chapter 2 of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Sutra 29. Then Neti is described. Insert through the nasal passage a smooth thread of the length of a handspan, about 9 inches, and draw it out through the mouth. This is called Neti by the Siddhas. So actually Neti these days is with a Neti pot and pouring lukewarm water through one of the nostrils. Actually, that's not what this sutra says. It says that you should put a cord through your nose, out your mouth. Can you visualize? Look. One of the most sensitive tissue is inside the sinuses. No, just like the previous two exercises. This is symbolical language, and the reality is actually much more beautiful. The last sentence of this sutra has an important piece of information most people do not see. This is called Neti by the Siddhas. What is a Siddha? A Siddha is a person, after many years of practice of yoga, has manifested the highest characteristics. A Siddha is a possessor of siddhis, and a siddhi is what is called a supernatural or a paranormal ability, which I think I told you already. Supernatural is natural, and paranormal is normal. The reason why we call it supernatural or paranormal is because most people's energy is not so high that it will manifest those characteristics. The reason why I say it is normal and it is natural is because every person has these characteristics, but in latent form. All that is required is for energy to rise up to awaken those characteristics. This last sentence indicates, like the previous sentence where you were told to learn this under the guidance of a guru, is indicating that there is more going on here than just cleaning the sinuses with a piece of rope, which I wouldn't advise you to do. With a Neti pot, okay, when you have a cold and your sinuses are clogged, a little bit of lukewarm water with a pinch of salt, you can clean your sinuses. That's something also that you shouldn't do in a ritual way, just only as a medical treatment. Only when you need it, and for the rest you leave the Neti pot alone. It's not a ritual. A Neti here builds very cleverly on the previous two steps. A Siddha is mentioned because this is bringing you towards meditation. Actually, let's read the next sutra, then it becomes clear. 30th sutra. This purifies the region of the skull and makes the sight capable of perceiving subtle things. Also, Neti soon removes all diseases of the body above the shoulders. So you start increasing energy circulation in the head. How? not with a piece of thread or a neti pot, concentration. This is the ancient way of teaching uneducated people towards concentration, meditation, and eventually contemplation. You started with increasing the energy circulation with the previous two, Dauti and Vashti. And Neti is the first step towards meditation. And because you increase energy in Ajna Chakra, purifies the region of the skull. You bring energy there. So the intellect is awakened here. If you consider a person who has not had any education, this is the ancient way of educating people. And it starts not with a book, it starts with activating the intellect. It purifies the region of the skull. It makes the sight capable of perceiving subtle things. Sight is not your eyes here. It's perception, sensitivity, siddha. To be able to perceive subtle things are the things that unbelieving Thomas doesn't perceive. The normal human being doesn't perceive energy, doesn't perceive the subtle phenomena of spirit, of nature, of the universe. Yoga, in general, brings a sensitivity that makes us able to perceive subtle things. Concentration, meditation leads to deep perception that allows you to become aware, to see things you were not able to see before. That's it. And things that we cannot normally see, that now become perceptible, those are the siddhis. This is how it works. First you have Dauti, gobbling up a piece of cloth through the cosmic mouth. You let it soak in the stomach, then you pull it out. Then you have Vashti, you suck up water through the anus. Shake it and expel. Now you have Neti. With Neti, you bring all your attention to Ajna Chakra. And that's all you do. For us, you have been introduced to nada from the very beginning. So basically, until you learn Trataka, the next Kriya exercise after lunch, actually this is just listening to nada. No concentration yet, no meditation yet, basically just observation. It would make more sense because we are all educated, not like the ancient people being totally illiterate and uneducated. It would make sense actually to go through the Kriyas in 1 or 2 lessons only. But we do it step by step, just as the schedule is designed. So this is what we do. Keep yourself busy with Dauti, Vashti, and then Nada. 20 minutes. And after lunch you will learn the next logical step. Trataka. Okay, that's it. Simple. We've just added a small element to the two exercises you learned last week.